You ever get that feeling like your life ain't just some random thing? Nah, man, it was a deep thought-out plan. Your birth, your family, all your wins. You picked all that stuff yourself, way before you even popped into this world. Yeah, you heard right. Every bit of happiness, every low point, every relationship, you chose it all. But how and why? There's this unseen world, right? Time kind of stops there. It's where your soul writes the story for its next life. That's where these decisions go down. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this mystery that's been hiding in the Vedas, the Upanishads, with Buddha, Sufi saints, and in secret knowledge for centuries. If you're ready, stick with us till the end of this ride. 'Cause today, you're going to see yourself like you never have before. In this video, we're going to dig into why your soul picked this life. How was your destiny set before you were even born? What's the real deal with your soul's purpose? And how can you get a grip on this lost knowledge and change the direction of your life? This ain't just some story. This is the biggest secret about your existence, and your soul's got a right to know it. This ancient truth, the mystery of the soul's choices before birth, it ain't new. It's thousands of years old. The Rig Veda, Upanishads, Buddhist texts, Garuda Purana, and Tantra, Shastras, they all lay it out. And it's not just India. You got the Hermetic philosophy, the deep wisdom of Sufi saints, even ancient Christian mysticism talks about this stuff. In Tibetan Buddhist teachings, they talk about the bardo, where the soul chooses its next life before it's born. Yogis on their spiritual paths, they're taught the same thing, that the soul's next life depends on its consciousness and actions. All these traditions are saying the same thing. We didn't just end up in this life by accident. We chose it, on purpose, with thought. This life of yours, it's no coincidence, it's the journey your soul itself picked out. Every challenge, every victory, every relationship you've loved or lost, all of it. Your family, your soulmate, even your struggles are part of a plan your soul carefully put together. Before you were born, in this dimension where time and space don't exist, your soul decided all this. Your life ain't some accident, it's part of a sacred plan, a plan you chose to learn, to grow, and to know yourself. When you really take this in, every pain, every joy, it gets seen with a deeper understanding and respect. Ever wonder where you were before you got here? Your existence didn't just start when you hit Earth. You were in a world beyond time and space. It's called different things: the astral plane, the causal body, the Trikaya state, or in Tibetan Buddhism, Sipa Bardo. It's a realm without a body, without limits, just pure energy, pure consciousness. There, your soul knows no fear, no doubt, no ego, just endless peace and boundless love. You were totally one with your source, whatever you call it, God, Brahman, the universal mind. No duality, no separation. You and the universe were the same thing. You just were, soaked in complete awareness. In that state, there's no hunger, no pain, no desires. Just the bliss of existence. It was a state where everything was clear, where you knew you were infinite, timeless, immortal. You remembered how many journeys you'd taken, how many times you'd been born, how many times you'd crossed over death, and how each time you added new experiences to your consciousness. But even in this perfect state, a little whisper of longing starts to rise, a call to learn something new, to experience something different. Because without experience, consciousness gets still, and the nature of consciousness is to evolve, to grow. That's why the soul starts planning a new life, new challenges, new journeys, new relationships. But before that, it looks back at its past lives, learns where it succeeded, where it still needs to grow. And then, in that unseen cosmic meeting, the map for the new journey gets drawn. When the soul is in that amazing endless state of peace where there's no suffering, no lack, even then a deep calling rises from within. It's the call of growth, of experience, of feeling the depths of love. Because just being in peace isn't enough. The soul knows that consciousness grows through experience, that depth comes only through challenge. Just like a seed has to be buried in dark soil to sprout, like gold has to be refined in fire to become pure. The soul also has to go through difficulties to find its true brilliance, and that's why the soul willingly chooses a new life, a life with love, but also the fear of losing it, a life with the taste of success, but also the pain of failure, a life with the sweetness of relationships, but also the sorrow of separation. The soul knows. Every challenge, every pain, every joy, every tear will become a pearl in the necklace of its evolution. That's why the soul decides to come down to earth. It deliberately chooses the situations it will go through to become more refined. So your life ain't some accident. Your parents, your birthplace, your talents, your struggles, they're all part of your soul's deep plan. You chose this life yourself, every moment you've lived or are living. When you understand this, every experience in life, no matter how tough, takes on a deeper meaning and purpose. You're not just a body, you're a traveler on an endless journey, and you yourself chose the path of this life for your love and your growth. Now think about it. When the soul decides it's going to take birth on earth, does it all just happen randomly? Does it just jump into any old life? Nah, it's a deep, subtle plan. Before taking birth, the soul goes to a special realm that many traditions call the in-between place or the afterlife realm. It's the spot where the soul reviews its past lives. There, the soul sees where it showed love, where it was driven by fear, where it expanded its consciousness, and where it got stuck in ignorance. This review ain't a punishment, it's like a mirror showing the soul its own truth. Every action, every feeling, every thought unfolds before the soul with its impact. It feels how its words hurt someone or how its love saved someone. And then the soul decides what it needs to learn next, which lessons are unfinished, which qualities need to be deepened. The soul ain't alone in this planning. It's got its spiritual guides with it, what you might call spirit guides. These guides help it out, show it options. The soul gets to see potential lives, like on a giant screen, each life with different challenges, different opportunities, different relationships. The soul feels which life will give it the most growth. Then it chooses its parents, the family situation, the country, the culture, the time, even specific talents and challenges. Yep, you chose your strengths and your weaknesses too. You decided which illnesses to face, which sorrows to go through, which loves to experience. Because every experience was meant to polish your soul. But remember, this plan wasn't a brick wall. It was a blueprint with choices, with possibilities. You always had free will. Your soul chose the most beautiful game where every move, every challenge, would become a gift for its growth. Now think about it. Whenever you feel like life's unfair, like some suffering is pointless, remember, it's all part of a bigger, deeper plan that you yourself chose with your soul. The soul ain't alone in this planning. It's got its spiritual guides with it, what you might call spirit guides. These guides help it out, show it options. The soul gets to see potential lives, like on a giant screen, each life with different challenges, different opportunities, different relationships. The soul feels which life will give it the most growth. Then it chooses its parents, the family situation, the country, the culture, the time, even specific talents and challenges. Yep, you chose your strengths and your weaknesses too. You decided which illnesses to face, which sorrows to go through, which loves to experience. Because every experience was meant to polish your soul. But remember, this plan wasn't a brick wall. It was a blueprint with choices, with possibilities. You always had free will. Your soul chose the most beautiful game where every move, every challenge would become a gift for its growth. Now think about it. Whenever you feel like life's unfair, like some suffering is pointless, remember, it's all part of a bigger, deeper plan that you yourself chose with your soul. Now let's talk about a deep rule that guides every soul's journey. It's the law of karma. What's karma mean? Real simple, every action, every feeling, every thought creates energy. This energy never gets destroyed. It comes back around. Sometimes in this life, sometimes in the next. Like planting a seed brings the same kind of fruit, every action brings its consequence. If you planted a seed of love, you harvest love. If you planted a seed of hate, you get a harvest of pain. But get this, karma ain't some punishment. It's just a way of teaching. Karma's a teacher that lets the soul experience the impact of its every action so it can understand what to become and what to let go of. Your current life is a reflection of your past journeys. Some things that don't make sense to you might be the results of old karma. Maybe you were someone's support once and now someone's there for you. Maybe you broke someone's heart and now you feel the pain of being broken. Get this. It doesn't mean you're a victim, but that you're a true warrior who's learning, who's growing. Karma works on two levels. First, there's accumulated karma, which is like a storage of all your past actions, and second, there's prarabdha karma, which are the karmas you're meant to experience or learn from in this life, what you're going through right now, but what you think and do today that's building your future. So the future's in your hands. Every little step of kindness, every small act of forgiveness today can brighten your path ahead. So whenever tough times hit, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? Because true wisdom can turn even suffering into a blessing. Karma ain't a chain. It's a ladder that the soul climbs to reach its own perfection. Now just think, is it possible that the people who've come into your life, it wasn't just a coincidence but part of a prearranged plan? Yeah, that's the truth. Before we're born, we make soul contracts with certain souls. These contracts are made for learning, for growing, and for evolving. Your parents, your friends, your lovers, even the people who've hurt you, there's some deep soul agreement with all of them. Some souls become your support, some challenge you. Sometimes they give love to teach and sometimes they give tough lessons. But know this, every meeting has a purpose. Sometimes a soul plays a difficult role so you can learn to forgive or recognize your own strength. We souls travel in groups. They're called soul groups. In the same soul group, we stay with each other for many lifetimes. Sometimes as a mother, sometimes as a brother, sometimes as a friend, lover, or even an enemy. Each time a different role but the same goal, to learn and to evolve. So when you meet someone and feel this strange, deep connection or a bond that goes beyond words, understand that they might be part of your soul group. And remember, this soul group is always with you. Even if there are struggles or distances in life on a soul level, you're never apart. Every relationship, every meeting is a sacred part of your spiritual journey. Every soul has come to write a precious chapter in your story. Now think, when the soul chooses its next birth, is it alone? Nope. In this sacred process, the soul has its spiritual guides with it. These guides are divine beings with loving energy, and their only purpose is to show your soul the way. They show you the mirror of your weaknesses and strengths. They explain both the challenges and the opportunities to you. When you choose a new life, these guides plan with you. They remind you of your past journeys, your unfinished lessons, your achievements. They tell you where and what kind of experience is needed. But the final decision is always your soul's. No one forces you, no one punishes you. You choose your next journey yourself out of your thirst for growth. Spiritual guides are just advisors, like a loving teacher who shows the path, but you're the one who has to walk it. And when you're born on Earth, these guides stay very close to your soul. Even though they're invisible, they keep guiding you through signs, through dreams, through sudden insights. Whenever life feels tough or the path seems blurry, remember you're never alone. Your spiritual companions are with you. You just need to listen to their whispers, recognize the voice of your heart. You've come with a divine team that's standing behind you every moment. Now learn another deep truth. Even though your soul planned this life, you still got free will. Yeah, the blueprint of your life is there, but choosing the path is always in your hands. At every turn, every decision, you have the right to choose. You can choose to run away from difficulties out of fear or face them and learn. You can choose to get stuck in anger and hate or take the path of forgiveness and love. Your behavior, your decisions, they decide how you play out the plan made for you. Sometimes you understand a lesson quickly and life becomes easier. Sometimes you delay learning because of ego or fear, and life becomes more challenging. That's why no prediction, no horoscope can fully tell you your whole life, because every moment you're creating new possibilities. That's the real game of the soul, making a plan and then bringing it to life with free will. Your future ain't a story written in stone. It's a flow that you shape with your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Every time you choose love, every time you choose forgiveness, every time you choose courage, you take your life to new heights. So the next time life puts you at a crossroads, remember the choice is yours. You're the creator of your destiny, of your story, and that's your greatest power, free will. So if the soul decided everything beforehand, why don't we remember any of it? Because when we're born, a veil of forgetting is placed over all of us. This veil makes us forget our past lives, the plan we made, our real divine nature. This forgetting ain't a punishment. It's a gift. If you remembered everything, would you really be able to learn? If you already knew every pain, every challenge, would you be able to truly experience it from the heart? This veil of forgetting gives us the chance to feel every experience anew, to feel happiness, to embrace pain, to know love, and to rediscover ourselves. That's the beauty of life, that we lose, we wander, we fall, and then we rise again. Despite this veil of forgetting, the soul's signals are always with us. Sometimes in a dream, sometimes in a sudden feeling, sometimes in the words of a stranger, we catch a glimpse of our soul. This intuition, these little moments of déjà vu, this inner voice, that's what reminds us of our soul. The real journey of our life is this: to remember again after forgetting, to remember who we are, why we came, what we're meant to become. That's the real awakening. That's the first step towards true liberation. Now the question comes up, where exactly is the soul sent to learn? The answer is the physical world, this world you and I are living in. This world ain't just some ordinary place. It's a huge schoolhouse where the soul takes its real exams. Everything's here: happiness and sorrow, love and separation, success and failure. Every feeling, every struggle brings a lesson. If the soul only lived in light and bliss, how would it learn patience? How would it know forgiveness? How would it recognize the divinity within amidst struggles? That's why limits are placed in this world. Time, distance, death, and the ups and downs of emotions. These limits challenge us, force us to explore ourselves. It's in this deep darkness that we find the light within us, the impermanence of the body, the grip of time, the fragility of relationships. All this teaches us that nothing is permanent. And it's made to be perfect. It was made not to break you, but to mold you. Every difficulty is a door. Every tear is a lesson. Every separation is a new turn. And when you start seeing it this way, every moment, every experience becomes a blessing. The physical world is the most beautiful, most challenging, and most necessary stage for the soul's evolution. So when the body ends, is that the end of the story? Nope, that's just the start of a new chapter. After death, the soul enters a special state called the interlife, or the world between lives. It's a place where there's no body, no time, just consciousness. Here the soul pauses, rests, reflects, and deeply examines its past life. This is called a life review. In this, the soul sees its whole life, but not just like memories. The soul itself feels the impact of its every action, the happiness given to someone or the pain caused. It experiences everything itself. This ain't a punishment, nor some external judgment. It's the soul's own conscience acting like a mirror. During this review, the soul learns where it chose, love where it embraced fear. In the interlife, the soul also gets the chance to understand its karmas, to plan its next steps. It's a beautiful, compassionate process where the soul is neither accused nor punished, just given the opportunity to learn. This time is different for different souls. Some move on quickly, some take a long rest. In the interlife, the soul meets its soul group, those souls who've always been with it. It's like a reunion filled with love, understanding, and belonging. Then, when the soul is ready, it starts the process of choosing a new life. But why? Because the soul knows the cycle of learning isn't over yet. The journey still continues. The soul takes birth again and again, learns, grows, experiences. But does this journey ever end? Yeah. This journey has a final goal: liberation, or what we call moksha. Liberation means being completely free from the cycle of birth and death. When the soul has learned every lesson, balanced its karmas, and recognized the ultimate truth within itself, it doesn't need to be born again. It's the state where the soul merges into complete consciousness, where there's no fear, no greed, no separation, no struggle. It's a peace that goes beyond words. Liberation is known by different names in different traditions: moksha in Hinduism, nirvana in Buddhism, and self-realization, awakening, or salvation in other traditions. Liberation ain't about running away. It's the art of fully accepting life and rising above every bond. The liberated soul knows that it itself is Brahman, it is love, it is light. The liberated soul can choose to rest in the higher realms or come back for service, to awaken humanity, to spread the message of love. These enlightened souls are who we know as gurus, avatars, bodhisattvas, or saints. They give up their personal bliss to help all of us. Their message is always the same: you are what you're looking for. Love is the truth. Wake up, remember who you are. And that's why the soul's greatest journey is to recognize its divine nature, and then to live fully in that recognition. If this journey has touched your heart, if you also feel that you're not just a body but an infinite soul, then definitely write one word in the comments below: awakening. Yeah, just write awakening. Because when you write this word, you recognize the power within you and start a new beginning. This channel ain't just a YouTube channel. It's a family of souls who are waking up, who want to know the truth. If you want to be part of this family, then subscribe to the channel and share this knowledge with your friends and loved ones. Every share, every subscription will further strengthen our collective consciousness.